Hello guys and welcome to the channel. And finally, after a lot of grinding on Kagan Desert, finally I have my full stat on Vern, full SBB, and also full 100 SP. So on this video I will talk about everything, so leader skills, BB, SBB, extra skill, UBB, and possible builds for her. And for now, let's start with her leader skill, extra skill, BB, SBB, and UBB. So the things that I will mention here on this video are her Omni form. So normal hits will be 12 hits at 4 BC per hit. Pretty good, if I may say. And her leader skill is 50% boost to attack, max HP, 120% boost to spark damage, and considerably reduces BB gauge required for BB. The reduction rate is at 25, which is pretty standard, but still it is good. I kinda wish it was the same as Aze, so BB fill when sparked, but still this one will also help in many situations. So her leader skill is pretty good. And the spark damage is really high, very high. And the first part on her leader skill, which is 50% attack and max HP, it's really good, especially if you put her as your offensive leader. So yeah, I will rate this pretty high. Next is her extra skill. 30% boost to attack, defense, recovery, and max HP when Mayrith Pearl is equipped. Okay, this one is really good on her first part of her extra skill. However, getting the Mayrith Pearl is a bit hard. I think it was the Quaid's Grand Quest, I think. And yeah, I had a hard time and I had a really bad mood when I tried to complete that 100% completion thing on that Grand Quest. So yeah, it's kind of hard to get, but I think doing that Grand Quest is really rewarding, even though it was really hard, but all the rewards there are really good. So yeah, I really suggest you guys do that. And the second part of her extra skill is also awesome, which is greatly boost attack, defense, recovery, max HP. What? Max HP as well? Relative to remaining HPs. So at 100% health, you will have a 100% boost to everything. But I think it's not going to be max HP as well. So attack, defense, recovery, those three. So at 100% HP, you will have 100% attack, defense, recovery, and it is really high, and it will make Vern so tanky. Combine it with her first part on the extra skill as well. So this is really good. I will rate this really high as well. Okay, next, her Break Burst. 18 combo water attack on all foes, enormously boosts spark damage at 100% spark damage and probable spark critical for 3 turns, and adds water, earth elements to attack for 3 turns. This is awesome. The spark critical chance is at 20% with 50% extra damage. This is super good. However, Aze had more with this, I think. We'll talk about that later. But from what she has and what she has to offer here is really awesome. The BB attack modifier on her BB is 370%. The BC cost is 26, which is pretty low, I think. So yeah, BB is quite okay. Now, her Super Brave Burst. 22 powerful water attack on all foes, probable spark vulnerability for 2 turns, enormously boosts spark damage and probable spark critical for 3 turns, and adds water, earth elements to attack for 3 turns. The spark damage boost is also 100%. The spark critical is also the same, 20% chance on proccing with 50% bonus damage. And the spark debuff is 25% chance for 25% more spark damage. Her SBB is really awesome. So you will have a 100% boost on spark. Plus, if you have those spark debuffs up on the enemy, it will be 125. While the chance on proccing the spark debuffs is pretty high at 25%, I think it will be up for most of the time. So this is really good. The spark critical, which is red sparks, you can call that red sparks or critical sparks, whatever you want. 25% chance. This might not sound so big, but if you try it on real battles, it do come out a lot. So yeah, I'm not gonna worry about this. In terms of damage possibility from her SPB and BB, it's really high if you set up your squad with sparks. It's gonna be really a blast, really a blast. And her SPB BB modifier is 580%, which is quite high, while the cost of BC is 30 BC. It's pretty high, but not so high, so everything is manageable here. BB and SPB, really good, really good. However, I have not tried her attack animation, but from what I seen from the quest that I did with her, it looks pretty fast, so I guess everything will be alright with her. Now her UBB. 26 combo massive water attack on all foes, inflicts enormous spark vulnerability for 3 turns, enormously boosts spark damage, and probable spark critical for 3 turns. So everything is about spark on this unit. From BB, SPB, and UBB. On her UBB, the spark damage bonus is 200%. Really high. Kinky. And the spark critical chance is doubled now. It's 50%, well, more than double than her BB SPB. 50% chance spark on dealing 50% more damage on sparks. This, yeah, 50% is really high, so expect to see a lot of those red or critical sparks. And the spark debuff on her UBB is 150%. This girl is the new Sparker. She brings a lot of damage if you make your team a spark friendly setup. So yeah, BB modifier on UBB is 1500%, which is really high, and the cost is pretty high, I think, 30 BC. But I'm pretty sure 30 BC, you can get it full anytime, whenever you want it. So yeah, I don't see any problems with her leader skills, extra skills, BB, SBB, and UBB. Everything is solid, everything is superb, and I believe she will bring a lot of damage in your squad. However, if you want to compare this girl to Aze, I think in terms of damage alone, I think this is what I think. So I may be wrong, but sorry, and please correct me if I'm wrong. I think Aze will do a lot more damage than her, but I think not that much. I think about she will be at the same level with Aze. So yeah. Alright, now let's talk about her enhancements. So what I see here, it's quite complicated here. So the first one, you will have a 20% boost to all parameters with 20 SP. This is good. This will make her really tanky and more damage as well. The second one is at 30 SP, which will boost your spark damage on Vern with another bonus of 100%. So this is really huge, 100% on herself. So if you combine it with the leader skill, her BB, I'm not gonna talk about the bonus on UBB. So 100, 200, and also 120%. So 320%. Wow. She alone will have a really huge spark damage. The next one is at 50 SP. It will raise your normal hit amount. It will actually double your normal hit amounts, but I don't really see the need for this. If you bring her for quest, vortexes, or grand quest, I think this one will only be useful for arenas or Colosseum, but even on those Colosseum or arenas, I don't think this is really needed since you have Ragan, you have Afani, you have Burdad, and I don't know what else. So this one's not really important, I think. And the next one here, at 20 SP, it will reduce your BB gauge required for your BB by 25%. This is pretty okay, and combine it with her leader skill, it will be 50% reduction. So she will really need just a tiny bit of BC to get her BB and SBB up. So yeah, this one's pretty good. This one is pretty good. Alright, the next one at 10 SP. Damage taken may slightly restore HP. It has a chance of 25% to proc, and it will heal 5% of your damage. This does not have a really huge impact on anything, I think, but it will save your life in some situations. But I don't know, things like this may be underappreciated, but I think this can be useful. I cannot really overlook on this one. And the next one at 20 SP, it will add dark elements to attack for 3 turns on your BB and SBB. So you will have 3 elements on your BB and SBB, water, earth, and dark. So if you take this one and you bring Silas with also the light element on his SP, you will have all 6 elements ready. This one is really good, especially if you don't have Alanon, Shida, or Seruya. Alright, next one, 30 SP adds BC drop rate boost effect to BB and SBB. The BC drop buff is 30%, which is really good. However, it does not have a hard crystal buff. This one is really good, I think. It is really good until Kran's Omni is available here at Global. This one you can take if you don't have Kran's for now, and I think it is pretty safe to take now. So yeah, this one's really good until Kran's Omni arrives. The next one is at 50 SP. It will add a slight BB gauge boost during Spark for 3 turns effect to BB SBB, which will fill your BB gauge by 1 to 2 BC per Spark. This is really good, but I'm not really sure because Sirius Omni, I think he will come to Global really soon. So I don't think it's going to be wise to take this one, unless you don't have Sirius. And also, if you bring an Aze lead or Aze friend, this one is also not needed. But it could be useful in some situations. We'll see about that. Alright, the last one at 60 SP. That is a lot. Too high. The cost is too high. But the effect here is really good. It will enhance your spark damage boost effect to your BB, SBB, and UBB by 30% more. So from her BB, SBB, you will have a 130% spark boost, and it will be 10% higher than AZ. So this one is pretty good. Also, your UBB spark damage bonus will be 230%. That is really high. However, I do not like the 60 SP cost. It is too high, and it renders me not able to take the rest of the good ones from her enhancements here. After all these, I will try to make a few builds for you guys. So yeah, here it is. Alright, so here we go with the first build. I will call this a BC buffer. So I will take the 20 skill points, which is 20% all stat. I will also take the 30 SP for the 100 spark, and There we go, we have 50 already, and I will spend the last 50 SP on the Dark Element and also the BC Boost drop rate. This build is good until Krantz comes to global. And now build number 2. I will call this the Nuker, which is all about Spark. So I will not take the 20% all stat. I will instead take the 60 SP, which will enhance your Spark by 30 more percent. So you will have a 130% Spark boost on your BB and SPB. And after that, we are only left with 40 SP, and I will take the 31, which is the 100% Spark, and that is already 90, and we don't have any other choice than to take the 10 SP, which is damage taken slightly restore HP. So there you go, we have the first build and the second build. Now the build number 3, I will call this the BB Manager, or something like that. This build is usable if you don't have Sirius. So the first SP that I will take is the 20 SP1. So 20% all stat. This will make you more tanky and have more HP, also attack and defense and recovery. And we are left with 80 SP. I will take the 31, the 100% Spark. And there you go, we already spent our first 50 SP, and the last one I will take the 51. Add slight BB gauge when sparked. So if you have Silas in your squad, you will have the BB attack covered, critical damage, critical hit covered by him, but you will not have the BB gauge fill when sparked. So this is where she comes. She will replace Sirius's place on the BB gauge fill on spark, while she herself will have a really huge boost on her Spark bonus damage. And now build number 4. This will be the general build, and I think I will take this build when Krantz and Sirius Omni comes to global. So this is the build. The first 20 points will go to 20% all stat for tankiness and everything else, and the next 30 skill points will go to the 100 boost to spark damage. And we are left with 50 points. The last 50 I will spend on 20 skill points, which is considerably reduced BB gauge required for BB. And the last 30 I will take this 10 skill points, which will restore your HP when damage is taken. The last 20 is of course adds the Dark Elemental to your BB and SPB. Well, Krantz and Sirius will also have the Light Element and Dark Element at the same time, but I think since we only have 20 points and I'm not really sure what else to take, I will have to take this one. And here it is, the last build, build number 5. This will only be good for arenas and Colosseum only. But I'm not really sure if this unit is a really good unit for arenas or Colosseum. The only good thing about her is she is an Omni unit, but the bad side of her is that she is a Spark unit, and Spark units are generally not good for arena. But in case you still want to use her for your arena build, this will be the build. So the first 20 skill points you will spend on the 20% all stats for tankiness and everything else. And the next one to take is the 50 skill points. It will raise the normal hit amount. So there you go, 70 points spent. And the last 30 I will take 20 skill points, which is considerably reduced BB gauge required for BB. And the last one is 10 skill points, damage taken, restore HP. This last one is really good for Colosseum. Really good. Somehow it turns out to be trollish at times. And there you go, there you have it, all 5 builds. And for now, I think I will take build number 1. Since we still don't have Krantz, Omni, and Global, and I think this build is really good for current meta. However, since we are still using AZ a lot for this spark thing, so let's go and just do this. Let's take our skill points. So the first one will be this 20% boost to all parameters. Unlocked. The next 30 points will be spent on these 100% spark damage. And the last ones are these. Dark Elemental. And adds PC drop rate for 3 turns effective BBSBB. And when Sirius and Crunch come to global, I will reset this. Or even better, if I get a better type of Vern in the future, I will make another build for her. And for now, since I think I will still be using her with Aze at the same squad, maybe Aze has the better spark damage boost. If I put the same 2 units here, so Vern and Aze in the same squad, I think if I have to use her here, I will set the auto battle to her first and then Aze for the better overall spark boost on the squad. But for everything else, she got it. And I think I will not bring Elanon in my squad for now, since I got all the 6 elements covered by bringing Vern and Silas at the same squad. So there you have it. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like it if you like it, share it with your friends if you want your friends to also see the specs and all the abilities that she has. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel by pressing that fun button on the bottom right. And yeah, I guess that's it. And also, don't forget to drop by on my 20k question and answer video. Ask your questions there and I will answer it when it's time. So yeah, I guess that's all. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye. Whatcha?